Hi everybody, welcome to Stitching with Paprika. Thank you for joining me on this fine day. I thought today I would just sit and crochet with you and talk to you. Some of you have said you just like listening to me while you're crocheting. So I thought, why don't we just hang out together and talk and crochet together? How you guys been doing? You guys doing good? I hope so. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. And one of my cakes just fell, and there goes the other one. I am making, let me show you what I'm making. I'm making Adora scarf. I am using the Lion brand cupcake yarn. Let me show you the, it is called Too Much. Adora is determined that she's going to get to go outside and play in the snow, even though there's like no snow outside. She just really wants to go out and play in the snow. And I feel bad for her because this has not been a good year for us for snow, which is shocking to me because Michigan always gets plowed with snow. Our snow is always like piled high, like feet high. And this year we just didn't get any like that. Did I mess up? No. It's like the second we get snow, the next day it's melted. And I feel bad for it. I never wish for snow. I hate snow. I really do not like it. But seeing the excitement on Adora's face when she sees snow, she gets about as happy as she does on Christmas morning. And just her whole face lights up. She's jumping up and down. It's like she just saw Santa Claus in person. Like, she is so excited. She wants to go out and play. It's kind of like, she kind of gets like, if you've ever seen A Christmas Story with Ralphie in it, when he gets his BB gun on Christmas morning, and he's so excited to go outside. His mom's got to slow him down and say, get your boots and your coat on, and he's just running outside with nothing on. That's how Adora is. She just wants to go out and play so much in the snow. And by the time we're all ready to go outside to go play in the snow, it's gone. So maybe next year, I hope next year she gets to play in some snow. Because it's already March, and hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully spring is coming. Because me personally, I'm losing my mind. It's getting a little better. I get seasonal depression. I get real down in the winter. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. You don't want to go anywhere because it's so cold out. It gets dark early. It's all around horrible. I hate winter. And I don't know where I was going with that. I don't remember. Oh, so it's the seasonal depression is getting a little better because since daylight savings, it's now staying lighter for longer. But I'm ready for the warmer weather. We've had a couple of warm days here and there, but with the way Michigan's weather works, you'll wake up and it'll be 10 degrees outside. Middle of the day, it'll be 50 degrees. And then 7, 8 o'clock at night, it'll be back down to 10. So I'm not counting on anything until it is a steady collection of warm days. At least, I mean, I could even handle upper 40s, low 50s right now. Especially with my hot flashes, because I've got fiber in my mouth. Because there are days when my hot flashes make me feel like it's summertime. Which is not a good thing because then I go outside without my coat on and then I get sick. Which I have had the sniffles and a cough off and on all winter because I am just so hot. And when I go to work, I told you guys before, I work at a fast food restaurant. And when I go to work, I am constantly, if I'm not working in the drive-thru, if I'm working in the back making sandwiches or whatever, I when we have a lull in customers, I will go and push whoever's in the drive-thru out of the way to swing open the drive-thru window to stick my head out of it like I'm a dog because I need air, because I am that hot and sweating. Or sometimes if it's too bad and sticking my head out the drive-thru window doesn't help, I go in the freezer and I stand in there for a couple minutes. And that is why I am getting sick so much. So I'm just ready for all of this to be over. But I know I sound like I complain a lot, don't I? I do. I realize that sometimes I listen to myself talk and I'm like, you know, it sounds like you're just not happy with life. And I am. I really am. I love my life. I am so blessed in so many different ways. Like, it's unbelievable. I cannot believe how blessed I have been. And there are times when I just look up to the heavens and I say, what did I do to deserve this? And I don't know. I know. I just know it's God taking care of me. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anybody. That's just what I believe. If you don't believe, that's fine. That's fine. You believe in whatever you want to believe in. But, yeah, I know it's just God taking care of me and taking care of my girls and my husband and our family. And sometimes it's just right now, life is, it seems to be hitting me with a lot of stuff right now. So, and I know a lot of you guys have been telling me to get my thyroid checked because of my health issues. But I went to my new doctor the other day. I found a new doctor because, not my primary care, my OBGYN. I found a new one because my last one was just very dismissive of my issues and my concerns. So I found a new one. And my primary care had checked my thyroid back in August. I had my physical in August. And he had checked it back then and told me everything was fine, everything was normal. And then when I went back to him in, I want to say either December or January, I was talking to him about my concerns. My gynecologist was just dismissive of everything, my hot flashes, me losing my hair, everything. And so he ran all of the hormonal tests. And he said that everything is fine. Everything's working. Everything is in working order. Everything is fine. It doesn't look like anything is wrong. He says, I'm definitely not going through menopause. Everything seems to be fine. So so he said to go back to my OBGYN and talk to her and see if she will do any ultrasounds on my ovaries or whatever. And so I said, well, I'm not going back to her because I just feel like she's going to be mad that I went behind her back and came to my PCP and asked him to run the tests that she wouldn't run because she was so dismissive of me. So I just found a new doctor. And I told them what was going on. And they're like, yeah, none of this is normal. None of it is. And so they told me that, yeah, I am definitely not going through menopause. And for any of you that feel like this is too much information, I apologize, but there are some people who were genuinely asking me about my health concerns. So if this is too much information for you, you can skip ahead to when I'm done talking about this. He said I'm definitely not going through menopause because my periods haven't stopped. And so he did some blood work and he checked my thyroid again, just in case. And I got a call saying everything is normal. There is not one thing wrong with my thyroid. Because he said, just like lots of you have been telling me, that my symptoms are are that of having thyroid problems, and my thyroid is fine. So he wants me to, I had to make an appointment to go get a pelvic ultrasound done. So he's going to check everything down below and see how all of that's doing. And he also told me that because of the way my periods are, um, I had an IUD put in the hopes that that would make my period stop, or at least lessen them down to 2-3 days. And he said that by now it should have taken my periods down to at least 2 to 3 days, if not stopped them completely. And it hasn't. I am still having periods that are 2 weeks long. So now he has mentioned the words partial hysterectomy to me. So I'm not happy about that. But in fact, it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. But I'm slowly coming to terms with the fact that that's probably what's going to have to be done. He also mentioned, he gave me several other options. That wasn't the first thing he jumped to. He gave me several other, because some of you might be saying, oh my God, a hysterectomy for that. No, he gave me several other options. He told me I could go on the pill, but I forget my medicine a lot. So that's just not an option for me. I don't want to take the chance in getting pregnant again. I do not want any more babies. I'm done. For me personally, I am getting too old to be popping babies out like that. I know there's women out there who have babies well into their 50s. Good for you. I am so happy for you. I am not one of them. I can't do it. It is not in me. But yeah, I forget my medicine way too much for that to be an option. And then he mentioned the shot. There's a shot that you can take that will stop your periods completely. I told him that's not an option either. I was on the shot when I was a teenager. And it stopped my periods, but it made all of my other PMS symptoms like 100 times worse. So I said, I will not be doing that. Then he said there's an ablation where they cauterize the inside of your uterus. Definitely don't want to do that. That just terrifies me. Honestly, I would rather have a hysterectomy than have an ablation. Because at least for a hysterectomy, I'm put out for it, and with an ablation, you're not. I don't think you're put out for that. And and an ablation, he told me, an ablation doesn't always work for stopping your periods. So, at least with a hysterectomy, I will be losing my uterus, which will definitely stop my periods. Which will also save me for some money in the long run, because then I don't have to buy pads or tampons or any of the other many things that we need for that time of the month. So, so yeah, there's my health update. I don't know. Like I said, just life is throwing a lot at me right now. And then I mentioned in the last video, I had Adora's dentist appointment, and that was a lot, because when she was younger, when she was like 1 or 2 years old, she got constipated a lot. And I think it was because she takes after me, and I think she was sensitive to the milk, because it was right when she switched over to milk. So I think she was sensitive to the milk, and it was constipating her. And when I took her to see her doctor told us, oh, she'll be fine. Just give her apple juice and prune juice. So I was giving her apple juice and prune juice all day, every day, because she was that constipated. The juice rotted her teeth. Now, me and my husband, we're new parents. We don't know anything about anything. Like, I'm stressed out because my baby's screaming every single day of the week because she can't go to the bathroom. I just want my baby to have some relief, you know? And this doctor, she should have prescribed something. Like, The doctor she has now is fantastic. Adora still has digestive issues. It runs in the family. Practically everybody in our family has digestive issues. Um, she still has digestive issues, and I was talking to her new doctor about it, and she was like, "Oh, we'll just prescribe her some Miralax. Give her a little bit into her water every day, and she'll be fine." And now Adora is fine. She goes to the bathroom no problem. I wish her old doctor would have done that, because if her old doctor would have just prescribed her some Miralax or some other kind of fiber something, Metamucil something, I wouldn't have given her all of that juice, and her teeth wouldn't be as rotted as they are now. Because before all of this happened, before the constipation and the juice and all of that, she never had juice before. She only had water, and she loved water. She would drink cups of it a day. And I can't see my stitch. There we go. She would drink cups of it a day. Cups upon cups of water. That's all she drank. I never gave her juice. Until her doctor told me to. And sometimes even the juice wouldn't help. So I would give her more juice. And more juice. And more juice. Because I didn't know how to help my baby. I was stressed out. She's screaming all day, every day, just because she can't poop. Like, I don't know what kind of doctor I don't know. And it makes me mad because her teeth were so bad. And when I got her to the dentist said, okay, because she's got problems on both sides, instead of doing one side and then bringing her back to do the other side, we suggest she be put out for the procedure. It is so hard to find a pediatric dentist that will use anesthesia. I looked, and I looked, and I looked, and I could not find one. I could not find one at all. And it broke my heart, because I'm looking at my baby every day, and her teeth were just horrible. Like, and as much as I brushed her teeth and flossed, it just, the juice was rotting them too fast. And so, and there came a point where I did stop giving her juice altogether. I started giving her water. And when I did give her juice, it wasn't just straight juice. I diluted it with water. And it just, looking at my baby, and her teeth are so jacked up, and I just feel so bad. And I'm trying to find this dentist, and then I go to a different dentist and another dentist, and I must have went to 5 or 6 dentists trying to find help for her. And this one dentist says, oh, well, here's a couple other dentists that might do it, but they didn't do it either. So then it finally took me asking her doctor, because her doctor, we took her in for some immunizations. And her doctor talked to me about it. She said, what's going on with her teeth? And I said, I'm trying to get them fixed. I can't find a dentist that will put her under for the procedure. I know she needs work done on both sides, and she needs work done on her front teeth. But I cannot find a dentist. And the fact that it's taking me so long to find a dentist, her cavities are just multiplying. So she said, you know what? I have somebody. I'm going to give you the number. She gave me the number, and bam, we were in within a month. We called. We got an appointment right away. We got an appointment right away. They checked her out. Okay, she needs to get in here again. We're going to put her out. We're going to take care of all of her teeth all at once. And that is exactly what happened today. Now, it was really hard for me to see her being put under. I'm holding her hand and I'm brushing her hair. And she got scared at first. She did. But she is She is such a good girl. She is so brave. She watches videos. She watches um, Blue's Clues, and I can't think of the names of the other cartoons. I think there's a Dora the Explorer one. But they're all about going to the doctors, going to the dentist, going to the eye doctor. There are a lot of cartoons out there and a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about going to the doctors, the dentist, the eye doctor, and she watched all of those. She was just fascinated with it, and so that helped her to not be afraid of the dentist and the doctor because she is really good at both of them. And every single dentist I have taken her to, because she just sits back, opens her mouth wide, lets them do whatever they gotta do, and she does exactly what they tell them to do, what they tell her to do when she's gotta get x-rays taken or whatever. And every single dentist I've taken her to are shocked with how well behaved she is in the dentist, because most kids go in there and they're screaming bloody murder. When we took her the first time so she could get checked out, there were kids screaming, like literally screaming all over. And I said, okay, she's not normally scared of the dentist, but these kids screaming might actually scare her. And she might think, well, maybe there is something to be scared of. But she did fine. Her daddy went back with her, and he said there was a little girl in the chair next to her, because I guess they had like adjoining rooms. And he said there was a little girl in the chair next to her, and she was screaming. And Adora just looked at her like she was crazy. Like, what are you screaming for? It's just the dentist. So she was really good, but it was really hard watching her be put under, because, like, I don't know. I don't know what kind of reaction she's going to have to the anesthesia. If she's going to have any reaction at all, I don't know. And I don't know. I don't like not knowing, and I don't like not having any control over what's happening to her. I didn't like it. And then they did her teeth, and it took them like an hour and a half, because they said they were going to take their time and do everything really slowly to make sure that they did everything right. And I think they were just trying to reassure me, though, because I think they could tell that I was super nervous. And yeah. So, and then they came and got me after they were done, and I had to sit with her while she came out of the anesthesia, and that was something else. I don't know. As I'm sitting there in the waiting room waiting for them to get done with their teeth, I was sitting there just thinking, I don't know how parents do this when their kids are going into like actual surgery and being cut open. What in the world? Something just fell off of the wall over there. I don't know how. There's nothing and no one over there. Oh man. I have to tell my husband we got ghosts. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know how parents do that. Like when their kid is actually getting cut open. I don't know how they can just sit in the waiting. I mean, you don't have a choice, so you have to deal with it. You have to figure out how to cope with it. But man, I was losing my mind just with her at the dentist. Like I would go absolutely crazy if she was in like actual surgery getting cut open or something. My lord. Messed up. So what are you guys working on? What are you guys making? What kind of yarn you using? What's your favorite yarn? Like I said before, I don't really have a favorite yarn. I just like pretty yarn. And I'm looking forward to trying new yarns. Some of the yarn I got, I got from Hobie is definitely new yarn. And some of the yarn that I got from the Hobby Lobby clearance, I'm really looking forward to trying that out. But I have a lot of whips that I need to finish before I touch any of that yarn. So, and the only reason why I started a new whip, which is this scarf right here, is because Adora begged me. She literally begged me. And I found something I made for her that I made it for a while back and she didn't like it. She wouldn't wear it. And I showed it to her again today and she liked it. So I'm going to show that in an upcoming video. And then I'm going to talk about something else I showed in a past video. And I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to post a link in that video. Because there have been several people in the comments who have asked me about it. So we are going to do that. Of course, I'm gonna have Adeline in an upcoming video too, because a lot of you guys seem to want to see her, and you'd love to hear her talking in my videos. She's being quiet up there today. I bet she's taking a nap though, because her naps have been so crazy. Like, I honestly think she's near the end of taking a nap during the day. Adora was like that. Adora stopped taking naps at I think 2, somewhere around there. She just stopped taking naps. And I was so sad when she stopped taking naps because I would always take a nap with her. And then when she stopped taking naps, like I had to stop taking naps. And then Adeline came along. I'm like, cool, I can take naps again, because if I take a nap with Adeline, what happened, and I don't know if I talked about this in a past video, but I'll talk about it again. I don't remember. What happens is Adeline falls asleep on my chest, so I lay down on the couch with her. And then Adora comes and crawls in between my legs, so I have my legs open on the couch like in a Y shape. And she comes and she sits in between my legs, and she's either on her tablet playing or she's watching TV. And she sits there. And sometimes I have her put where my legs are like this, and she's sitting right here. I will have her put her legs underneath this leg so that I can feel if she moves. Most of the time I do that. So I can feel if she moves. If she gets up or anything, it wakes me up. So I know if she's getting into anything, because sometimes that girl can be trouble. She really can. But I think... So, yeah. So Adeline came along. She was taking naps. Awesome. I get to take some naps again. But now I think she's nearing the end of her nap-taking days, because she hasn't been getting sleepy until like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, when her naps used to be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And now she's not getting tired until 6 or 7. Well, if you're getting tired at 6 or 7, you're going to stay up until bedtime. Bedtime is like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm not going to have you waking up at 8 o'clock so that you don't want to go to bed when it's time to go to bed. So, past couple days I've been fighting with her to keep her awake until bedtime. Because I'm sorry, you're either going to take your nap in the middle of the day, or you're not taking one. Or, yeah, you're either going to take your nap at like 1 or 2 o'clock, or you're not taking a nap at all. I am not. That's another reason why I've been so tired, is because not only does she get up multiple times a night, but when she takes her nap so close to bedtime, she's not tired. So I have to stay up with her until she gets tired. And I'm wrestling with her all night long, trying to get her to go to sleep. So I told my husband, I said, I'm done with it. I'm done. I am tired. I am exhausted. I need rest. Seriously, I need rest. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. You ever have days where you just You just hope to God you're doing the best you can, because you really don't know what's going on anymore. I do. I'm getting, and I think it's just because I'm so tired. Like, my brain is not functioning the way it should be, because I am so, like, my brain is literally like dragging, and I can't think as fast as I could, and I can't process things as fast as I could, as fast as I used to be able to. And that's why a lot of times in the middle of my sentences, I'll pause, because I'm waiting for my brain to catch up. So I just don't know anymore. And I hope to God that I'm doing good with my girls, and I'm doing good with my husband, and with everything else, all the responsibilities I have, because I'm winging it. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. But I just hope everything calms down soon, because another thing I have to do is I have to register Adora for kindergarten. I still haven't done that. She's starting school this year, and I can't believe she's starting school. Like, guys, she's still my baby. Like, I'm ready for her to go to school, but at the same time, I'm not. Like, I'm not ready for her to grow up. And I feel like her going to school is the first step in her growing up. And I'm not ready for it. I just want her to stay my baby just a little bit longer. And this is how crazy women are, at least me. And I know a lot of other women are like that too, are like this too. There's a woman at my job who is pregnant. I mentioned this before. I'm going to make a baby blanket for her. I started it, but I don't like it. And I saw that I started it, and I was just going to do a granny square, because I didn't feel like learning the corner to corner right now. I just wanted something simple and mindless. But I saw Jayda InStitches came out with a new pattern. I'll link it below. I will link it below, because I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a circle inside of a square, and I was going to make 4 of those. That was my idea. I was going to make 4 of those. I was going to make 2 yellow squares with a gray circle inside, and then I was going to make 2 gray squares with a yellow circle inside, and then have like gray, yellow, gray. Have these 2 corners be gray with the yellow, and then these 2 corners be yellow with the gray. So that's my thought. I'm gonna see if I can do that. But yeah, my coworker's having a baby. She's starting to show, and it's so cute. And I have said this in the past. I loved being pregnant. Even with Adeline, when I was sick from literally the moment of conception, I loved it. It was just the most joyful thing in the world to me. I loved every minute of it. And then when I gave birth to her, like, she came so fast, I didn't have time for an epidural. So when she came, I felt like a warrior, you know, going through that, doing it all natural. I felt like the strongest woman on the planet. And I'm not saying in any way am I saying that you are not strong if you do it with an epidural, because I did it with Adora with an epidural, and I felt like a badass woman then too. Sorry, excuse my language. I felt like a badass then. But like, just, there was something different about doing it without an epidural. And like I said, I didn't have a choice. She came too fast. If I would have had a choice, I might have gone for it. I didn't want to. I wanted to try doing it without it. But I don't know that if I would have gotten there sooner, or if she wouldn't have come so fast, I don't know that I would have been able to hold off without the epidural. So in a way, I was kind of blessed that she came so fast so that I didn't get the chance to say, hey, hold on a minute, because I really wanted to do it without the epidural. But anyways, back to my coworker. She's having a baby. And like from the second she said she was pregnant, I like it's like my uterus was like, "Oh, we need a baby too." And I'm like, "No, we don't." But like deep inside of me, like I felt like, "Oh, we should have another baby. It was so nice being pregnant. We need another baby." And I'm like, "No, I don't." Like it was just this huge argument going on inside of my head. Like my biological clock just started ticking again, and I'm like, "No. I'm going crazy now as it is with two. I can't handle a third. I don't want a third." And then, the irrational part of me is like, yes, we need another one. And then when I heard my doctor talk about a hysterectomy, it kind of took the breath out of me, because I was like, well, hold on. If I get rid of my uterus, then I'm not going to be able to have any more babies. And then I'm like, but I don't want any more babies. And it's just that, oh, I'm crazy. I really am. I'm crazy. Like, I do not want any more babies. I am done. I am going crazy as it is. Like, I am exhausted. I have never drank coffee before. But since Adeline, I have to drink coffee in order to survive. Like, I can't do it. I can't. Now, no. I'm you can see it in my, like, I tried to put makeup on today to make myself feel better because I am because I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. But, and that is nowhere near a typical time for me to wake up. Nowhere near. So, I cannot have another baby. No, no, no. But that's why I say women are crazy, because I know there's a lot of women who go through this, who, like, for health reasons, need to have a hysterectomy or whatever, and like they don't want any more kids, but just the fact that they can't kind of throws them into a depression or whatever. Like, and I don't want that to happen to me. I really don't want to get thrown into a depression because I can't have any more babies, even though I don't want any more babies. I don't. But then there's that teeny tiny voice inside of me like, well, what if you decided you want another one? And I know I'm not going to decide I want another one. I'm not. But that just teeny tiny little voice inside of me, like arguing with me. What if? What if? What if? No, no, what if? I can't handle it. God blessed me with the two beautiful baby girls that I have. I'm good. I am so good on that. And I know my husband doesn't want any more. I had to talk him into um, having Adeline. He did not want any more after Adora. And I told him I just want one more. And he said no. And I said, okay. And I left it at that. He knew I wanted another one. There's no sense in me nagging him and nagging him and nagging him, because I don't want him to resent me for him finally giving in, and him not wanting it, and not, I don't want him to resent me for that. I don't want him to resent the baby for that. Just, okay, you don't want another one, fine. If you change your mind, let me know. I'm here. And finally he just, well, if you really want one, we can have another baby. And I said, I'm not. I told him a couple times, because he has said this to me. He came to me a couple times. Well, if you really want a baby, we can have one. I said, I'm not going to have a baby with you if you do not want it. Because I don't want you hating me. I don't want you hating the baby. I don't want you resenting either one of us. If you want to have another baby, let me know. But if you don't, then don't come telling me we can, but you don't really want it. And so finally one day he came to me and he says, we can have another baby. And I'm like, well, I know we can. Do you want to? That's the question. Because I'm not going to bring a baby into this world. As bad as I want another baby, I'm not going to bring a baby into this world if you don't want it. And he said, no, I want another one. It's going to be hard, and I don't know how we're going to handle it, but we can have another one. And I said, nothing worth doing is easy. Nothing. Everything you do that's going to make your life worthwhile is going to be hard. Everything. But it's always going to be worth it. And there was a couple times after Adeline was born where he was like, see, I told you we shouldn't have had another one. And I said, don't say that. Do not say that to me, because she is worth every bit of this exhaustion. She is worth every bit of this headache and backache, and she is worth it all. I would go through it all 100 times over again for her. And he agreed with me. He's like, yeah, she is. She's worth it. She's pretty cute, isn't she? She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She is my baby. So, yeah. But I don't know. Don't want any more babies. I know that much. And I told I told him before, if we would have gotten started younger, I don't know that I would have wanted more than 2 if we got started younger. Because, I mean, I would have had more energy and all of that. But I still don't know that I would have wanted more than 2. But even so, I totally would have been a surrogate for somebody else. Like my sister-in-law, she wants another baby, but her husband isn't too keen on it because she has health problems. And with her first, she had a lot of health problems with her first. And I'm not going to go into it any more than that. And he told her that he doesn't want to have a second baby in case it causes more health issues for her. And she just really wants another baby. And I told her, I said, I'd carry it for you. If you want me to, I'll carry it for you. Like, I have no problem doing that. I loved being pregnant. I will be pregnant again. I will be pregnant 100 times over. I just can't keep the baby. And then I told her, because, and I was joking around about this. I told her, I said, because me and my husband, we had a scare for a minute. Thought that I might have been pregnant. Not too long after Adeline was born. And I told her, I said, that's okay. I told your brother that if we do accidentally end up getting pregnant, I'll just give the baby to you. She was like, I'll take it. But my husband thought that was weird. And he was like, we can't do that. Why not? You know? I mean, if we can't handle another baby, we'd basically be giving it up for adoption. But we would be giving it to somebody that we know will take care of the baby. We'd be giving it to somebody that really wants another baby. You know? I feel like we'd be doing everybody a favor all around. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's bad. He says he feels like the baby would, like, be mad at us in the long run for it. And I said, I don't think the baby would be, because we would be giving the baby to somebody that we know would love it with all their hearts and take care of it and be what we could not be to the baby. Because if we were to have a baby and keep it, we would both be so run down that we wouldn't be able to give that baby our all. And that's not fair. So, I would, and by giving it to his sister, we are still in that baby's lives. We are still right there every day. you know. Well, not every day because we don't see her every day, but we are still right there, you know, no matter what. But he still feels weird about it. So I mean, it's not like we even have to start talking about that. It was really just a joke. But well, that's how it started off anyway, and then it turned into a serious conversation. But we don't even have to start worrying about that because nothing happened. So, but you know what, guys? I'm having fun talking to you guys, but it's getting to be about 45-minute video. I think this is my longest video yet. But I think I'm going to let you go here in a minute because I'm getting a headache again. And I need to warm up my coffee. And I need to record another video after this. So, because I have some stuff to show you. Oh, well, I have something to show. Oh, I got to go get the other thing I have to show you. Yeah, I have a couple things to show you. And, yeah, I have a couple more things to show you. So, I will let you guys go for now. Thank you for sitting and crocheting with me. It was great talking to you guys. I will see you later.